Before you say one more word in English, stop. Because in the next 10 minutes, we're going to explain why your ears understand everything, but your mouth can't say anything.
I feel personally attacked right now.
It's true, though. You watch movies, you listen to podcasts, you understand 80–90% of what you hear, but when you open your mouth, the words don't come. It's like your brain has a one-way street. Information goes in, but nothing comes out.
That is exactly my life. I can understand my boss, my colleagues, even the fast-talking clients. But when I try to respond, I sound like I'm a beginner. It's so frustrating.
Welcome to the English Circle, the podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Alex. Today, we're not just talking about this problem. We're taking it apart piece by piece so you can see exactly why it happens. And once you see how the machine works,
you can finally fix it. That's the whole episode in one sentence. Because this isn't about studying more grammar. It's about understanding the difference between two completely different skills.
Yes, understanding and speaking are not the same thing. And today, we'll show you why. Alex, let's start with the difference between two types of language skills.
I'm listening.
First, there's receptive skills. That's listening and reading. Information comes in. You understand it. Passive.
And the other one?
Productive skills. That's speaking and writing. You have to create the language from nothing. Active.
So, understanding is passive, speaking is active.
Exactly. And here's the problem. Your brain can be very good at passive skills and terrible at active skills. They're processed in different parts of the brain.
So, it's not that I'm bad at English, it's that I've trained the wrong skill.
Yes, and that's actually good news. To understand why you can't speak like you understand, use the D.E.C.O.D.E framework. It explains exactly what's happening.
D.E.C.O.D.E. I like that.
D. Different brain pathways. Understanding and speaking use separate neural routes. E. Exposure without practice. You've listened a lot, but spoken very little. C. Confidence gap. You're confident in your ears, not your mouth. O. Output muscle weakness. Your speaking muscles haven't been trained. D. Delay in processing. Speaking requires real-time creation. E. Expectation mismatch. You expect the same fluency, but it's a different skill.
So I've been training my ears for years, but my mouth is still at the gym.
Exactly. And that's why you understand movies, but freeze in conversations. Let's go deeper. There are two types of vocabulary, passive and active.
What's the difference?
Passive vocabulary. Words you understand when you hear or read them. This is usually 80–90% of your vocabulary. Active vocabulary. Words you can actually use when speaking. This is usually much smaller, maybe 20–30%.
So I know thousands of words, but I can only use a few hundred?
Exactly. And here's the secret. To move words from passive to active, you need to use them. Reading them isn't enough. You have to say them, write them, practice them out loud. Many learners believe that if they listen enough, speaking will naturally follow.
Wait, it won't?
No. Listening makes you a better listener. It helps your ear get used to the sounds, but it doesn't train your mouth muscles. It doesn't train your brain to produce words in real time.
So I've been waiting for something that won't happen?
Yes. Speaking is a physical skill. You have to practice the physical act of saying words. Your mouth needs a workout. When you listen, your brain has time. The speaker goes at their own pace. You can catch up.
But when I speak, it's different.
Yes. When you speak, you are the producer. You have to choose words, build grammar, and pronounce correctly, all in real time. There's no pause button.
That's why I freeze.
Exactly. Your brain is juggling too many things. But the good news is, you can train this. Here's a practical method to bridge the gap. Use the S.P.E.A.K method.
Speak. I want to do that.
Shadow native speakers. Listen and repeat immediately. Copy the rhythm, intonation, and speed. P. Practice narrating your life. Talk out loud about what you're doing, thinking, and feeling. E. Expand your answers. When you speak, add one more sentence. Force yourself to produce more. A. Ask yourself questions, then answer them out loud. K. Keep a speaking journal. Record yourself daily and listen back.
So I need to start talking to myself?
Yes, and that's okay. Everyone who's good at speaking has practiced alone. Here's the single most effective habit. Record yourself speaking every day.
I hate hearing my own voice.
Everyone does, but it's the fastest way to improve. Daily prompt. Answer one question for 1 to 2 minutes. What was the best part of today? Describe a person you admire. What's a goal you're working toward? Then, listen back. Notice where you hesitate. Practice those parts. Record again.
So I'm my own teacher?
Yes, and it works. Let's practice. You understand what the client is saying, but you need to respond.
Using S.P.E.A.K. I understand your concern about the timeline. Let me share what we can do. We can complete the first phase by Friday, and then we'll update you on the rest.
You didn't try to say everything perfectly. You said enough. Now, a social setting. You're at a party. You want to join a conversation.
I've been listening to this conversation. It's really interesting. Can I add something? Pause. I think what you said about travel is true. When I visited Spain last year, I felt the same way.
You didn't wait for perfection. You joined. That's courage. Now, a meeting. You need to share an idea.
Alex, I have a thought about the budget. I may not have the full picture, but I noticed something. Our costs increased last quarter. Could we look at reducing expenses in marketing?
I may not have the full picture is a powerful phrase. It shows humility and confidence. Let's look at what makes the gap worse. Mistake 1. Passive consumption only. Watching movies, listening to podcasts, never speaking. Speak at least 10 minutes daily. Mistake 2. Waiting to be ready. I'll speak when I'm better. You get better by speaking. Mistake 3. Avoiding speaking practice. Staying quiet in meetings and social situations. Start small. 1 sentence is a win. Mistake 4. Focusing on accent instead of clarity. Obsessing over sounding native. Aim for clear, understandable speech.
The waiting to be ready trap is so real.
Here's the truth. Your brain is learning when you listen, but it's learning to understand, not to speak.
So I need to switch my learning mode?
Yes, you need to train your output as much as your input. Understanding is the foundation, but speaking is the building.
And I can build it.
You already have the foundation. You understand so much. Now you just need to speak. Here's the final piece. The language you use with yourself matters.
Like my internal voice?
Yes. When you say, I can't speak, your brain believes you. When you say, I'm learning to speak, your brain opens to possibility. Reframing. I can't speak well. I'm building my speaking skills. That's taking time. My English is bad. I'm improving every day.
I need to write these down.
Let's recap the S.P.E.A. method. S. Shadow native speakers. P.
Practice narrating your life. E. Expand your answers. A. Ask yourself questions. K. Keep a speaking journal. Key truth: understanding and speaking are different skills. You must practice both.
And your speaking challenge is this. This week, record yourself speaking for 2 minutes every day. Answer a simple question. Listen back. Notice your progress. You might surprise yourself.
Alex, what's your favorite practice technique?
Shadowing. I'm going to shadow one podcast episode this week. Just repeat after the speakers.
That's powerful. Listeners, now it's your turn.
In the comments, share one thing you understand in English, but struggle to say. Let's practice together.
If this episode helps you find your voice, share it with a friend who understands everything but stays silent.
Subscribe to the English Circle for more episodes that help you speak, not just understand.
Remember, you understand more than you realize. The words are in there. You just need to let them out.
Speak with courage, and we'll see you next time.